It is one of world football's most famous stadiums. Bathed in sunshine, the Kop stands to welcome out their heroes. This a game Liverpool normally win. West Ham United have not left here with 3 points since the 60s. Could that change here today? Final game before the international break. The managers start having a little look at where their teams are in the table. Well, let's take a check on the teams for you. It's the same again for Liverpool. Simon Mignolet has kept the most clean sheets in the Premier League in 2015. There is a solid look about the back four, with the fullbacks booking the recent trend by primarily defending and helping out the centre-halves. Lucas was sat in the departure lounge just a couple of weeks ago. He's fought his way back into the first team again. Alongside him, Liverpool have the energy and power of James Milner and Emre Can. Roberto Firmino's pressing is key for Liverpool. Christian Benteke is the only red striker to have scored since March. Philippe Coutinho is the rising star of this team. It's also the same bench as Monday night. West Ham United need to get their act together by their own admission. After back-to-back defeats, Darren Randolph continues in goal for the band Adrian. James Tompkins replaces the suspended Cole Jenkinson, while Angelo Ogbonna keeps his place despite being hauled off against Bournemouth after half an hour last week. Czech Kouyaté was one of West Ham's star men last season. He should have a big part to play here. Manuel Lanzini, the Argentinian, starts, while Diafra Sakho is fit to play. Liverpool will have to keep an eye on Dimitri Payet. If they give him room, he will punish them. It's a young West Ham bench containing 4 teenagers. Always special to hear this anthem. Roberto Firmino on the pitch, hearing it before a game for the first time. Starting here for West Ham United. When you're down there listening to this, Ray, what's it like?
Oh, you're just ready. You're so focused on the game itself, Gary. You know, you're hoping that the opposition are listening to this, because there used to be a fear factor about playing at Anfield. As soon as you walk down the stairs and you see that sign, "This is Anfield," a lot of players couldn't handle the pressure. The opposition couldn't handle the pressure. I think the West Ham players will, but they'll be really relying on the defensive capabilities today. Be interested to see Tompkins at right back, not a natural position for him, and how he fits in that area of the field. Expect Coutinho to get forward and come down this left-hand side to get at Tompkins.
A young West Ham United bench, 4 teenagers experiencing outfield. And hearing "You'll Never Walk Alone." Slaven Bilic has been here before with Besiktas and Everton. One Merseyside derby, he didn't lose it. A wall of sound, the Kop in fine voice, they expect. Liverpool are rising again. Anfield is feeling good about itself again. If anyone needed a good start to the season to stay in power, it was Brendan Rodgers, and his players are doing the business so far. West Ham were on top of the world on opening weekend after winning at Arsenal, but the bubble has burst. And usually this is a place they fear to tread. They've not won here since the 60s. Is this the day that changes? There's Gomez. James Milner. Nathaniel Klein. Now it's Lucas, the best defensive midfielder at the club, according to his manager. Which makes you wonder why he was on the verge of leaving.
But what pro he is, though, Gary, you know, straight back into the team, and it's as if he's never been away. Just operates in front of the back four, always available to get in possession of the ball. One thing with Liverpool at the moment, they're playing so narrow between, you look at the midfield areas with Chad, Milner, you know, just a little further ahead of Lucas, but Coutinho and Firmino are the two. They're playing really narrow, so there's lots of spaces in the wide areas, and that'll really be up to Gomez from left full back and Klein from the right to get forward.
Liverpool on the charge and looking to try and make a quick start here. Cool defending from Tompkins, who once again is operating at right back this afternoon. Not his normal position, but no stranger to playing there.
No, he's a real competitive player, and he'll give you 100%. That's all you can ask for as a player. The manager will ask him to do a particular job, and I'm sure he'll do it to the best of his ability. But that wasn't a bad ball in there from Emre Can. What Liverpool will be looking for is the likes of Coutinho from this left side coming in to put Tompkins under pressure.
Philippe Coutinho, the rising star in this Liverpool team. And he knows he will have to try and keep Coutinho quiet. Here's Dimitri Payet. Skirtle deals with that. Drops here to the Liverpool fan. Cresswell into a good position, and Lanzini is there to finish it off. Now this is something which doesn't happen too often. West Ham United have walked onto Anfield soil, a place they fear to tread, and they lead.
What a start, Gary. Absolutely brilliant from West Ham's point of view, but a really poor defensive header from Martin Skirtle, because when the ball was lifted in by Payet towards the far post, he's not got height and distance on his header out. It's landed at Cresswell. I thought he should have hit it first time, but Cresswell took an extra touch, and the ball goes flash across the face of the goal. And we just see the ball delivered in here by Payet. There's the header coming in from Skirtle, no height and distance on it. Goes to Cresswell, across the face of the goal, and maybe Gomez should have done better to make the challenge on Lanzini. He didn't. He allowed the West Ham wide player to get ahead of him, and that's an exquisite finish past Mignola, who could do nothing about it. But this all comes about from that poor header from Skirtle, straight to Cresswell, across the face of the goal, and West Ham find themselves 1-0 up.
Lanzini, the man they call the Jewel, sparkling in front of the cup. The first goal that Liverpool have conceded this season. Switch in play, finds Nathaniel Klein. Well, they went to Arsenal and shocked North London. West Ham United have rolled into Merseyside and done the same to Liverpool.
I said they're better on the counter-attack. They are, to me, they're set up that way. You know, they like to soak up pressure, then hit you on the counter-attack, and there they got the rewards by getting numbers into the box. Look how high up the field Cresswell was. Aaron Cresswell, left full-back, inside the Liverpool penalty area, hitting that ball across the face of the goal for Lanzini to finish it off.
Here's Lovren. Lucas, Emre Can, James Milner. Now Gomez, who continues to play out of position, but he's done well so far at left back for Liverpool. He's a centre half who's mostly played as a right back at Charlton, Joe Gomez. There's Gomez once more. Lanzini. Seko trying to latch onto that. Important that West Ham United managed to get him fit after his thigh trouble, because they are struggling for strikers.
Well, they certainly are. I've got to say, at the moment, the shape of the West Ham side is very good at the moment. The two wide players, Lanzini and Payet, are really tucking back and helping out defensively. They're making it difficult for Liverpool to play through them, allowing them to go wide, but not allowing them to come through the centre.
Emre Can with the touch. Bonner to the rescue for West Ham United, the man who was bemused and bewildered when he got the hook after just half an hour last week against Bournemouth, as West Ham fell apart. First big test of the season for that man.
Change of plan. You know, they may have to just change tactics ever so slightly, because there's not a lot of space out there for the likes of Firmino or Coutinho. They're not getting free to get on the ball. That's just because they're so concertina together in that midfield area with the West Ham midfielders.
Gomez in the run of James Milner. Tompkins in the way. There's Kouyaté. Sacco hounded by Lucas. Lucas doing what he's in there to do.
And just from Sacco's point of view, he needs to get a good touch of the ball. When you're the lone striker, you know, your job is to retain possession as best you can, hold off the opposition's defenders or midfielders trying to take the ball off you and bring your own players into the game.
Philippe Coutinho, well, he does do damage from that kind of position, but couldn't find a target there.
It's unusual, wasn't it, to get such a poor strike there from Coutinho. The direction was dreadful. But he's a massive player for Liverpool, has been for the last season or so. And from this area, normally he's quite deadly. We've seen him this season already score from that sort of area.
Liverpool have been going about things in a different way so far. They have had a more compact look about them, with the fullbacks helping out the centre halves. The addition of Christian Benteke has meant they can trouble opponents in other ways as well, not necessarily more direct. If teams do press Liverpool, press their defenders so they can't play out from the back, they can hit it long to Benteke and take 3 or 4 West Ham players out the game.
Yeah, but what they're doing at the moment, West Ham, Kouyaté is actually going on to the chest of Christian Benteke. So whenever the ball's being played long, he's in front of Benteke, and then whoever's coming from behind, whether it be Tompkins, whether it be Reed or Bonner, they're coming up. So they've got 2v1, and he can't get any sort of height to get up above the midfielder to try and flick the ball on. So that's something that obviously West Ham's been working on.
Slaven Bilic said that Christian Benteke was key to this game. There's Firmino! Well, that packed a punch! And the Brazilian kept out only by the woodwork.
I tell you what an effort this is, because he must be 25, 30 yards out on his weaker left foot. He had an option of playing Klein in down the right back position. He turned away from it, as did the West Ham players in midfield. But he's hit it with such pace. Aaron Randolph trying to get across his goal. I don't think he would have got there if it was on target. Look at the power he got on that strike. Very unlucky.
He's averaged 1 goal every 3 games throughout his career, Roberto Firmino. In this team, mainly to apply the press. He doesn't start working up front, Firmino. It's part of the front 3. Almost opened his Liverpool account in spectacular style. Good response by Liverpool. Emre Can. There's Milner. Gomez. I know he'll want to go inside onto his right foot, Joe Gomez. Lucas. This now is Benteke. He goes to ground under the challenge of Reed.
I'll be honest, I've seen them given, you know. He didn't complain whatsoever, the Christian Benteke, and it was a good ball into him. His control just let him down ever so slightly, but Winston Reid was on top of him. And just looked like there was a merest little touch on him. Not enough, I think, to actually give the penalty, and the referee was in a good position to see it. But you've got to be careful, Reid, in the 18-yard box when you're going to make challenges on the attacker. Because there was the ball flighted in from Lucas. There's the touch, and he was on top of him, wasn't he? I mean, there was a little nudge as the ball was played in there. Was it enough for Kevin Friend to give the penalty? No, I don't think so.
No complaints from Benteke either. Kevin Friend, the referee, now he puts whistle to lips. Zini's challenge on Emre Can. Liverpool have had 81% of the ball in the opening 10 minutes here.
It's what you do with Gary, though, isn't it? You know, they've had a lot of possession in this area of the field now where Gomez is, but look how deep West Ham are playing. What, 7-8 yards outside their 18-yard box at the moment, and everyone's tracking back. They've got that one goal advantage. They're now saying to Liverpool, come and break us down. And if you can't, we're going to hit you on the counter-attack.
Emre Can. Slaven Bilic couldn't have wished for a better start as West Ham boss in the Premier League at East London. Chased Arsenal out of their own backyard on opening day, but he reckons that has led to a little bit of complacency amongst his team, which led them to make basic errors in the last couple of games.
But what you would expect after losing last week is a response, you know, from the defeat against Bournemouth, and they've certainly got that. You know, they look a lot more disciplined, a lot tighter. The work rate and the effort from the players is there for everyone to see. They're getting numbers behind the ball. Two wide players are working so diligently. You know, the likes of Lanzini and Payet are really coming back and helping out the fullbacks.
There's Payet.
And this is a real chance, you know, because when you look at the height in this West Ham side compared to Liverpool, it's certainly they've got the upper hand there. And there was a challenge coming in by James Milner, and Payet, normally a good technician from this area of the field, and there's good height in there for West Ham.
Well, Dimitri Payet was the French League's leading assist maker last season. 17 to his name. He can deliver a mean ball. Can he live up to the billing here? It's caused a problem or two. That's Tompkins. Mark Noble driving for the byline, winning a corner.
That's two balls being delivered in from West Ham, not being defended particularly well by Liverpool. You know, we've seen that with Skirtle for the opening goal, doesn't get any height on the header out. Cresswell fires it across the face goal, and there once again, you know, an easy ball to defend, and Liverpool make a hash of it, and that could have led to something for Mark Noble.
Sacco is more or less in the goal at the moment for West Ham. Moves out of it now as Cresswell picks up for the Hammers. Delicious ball by Cresswell. Made Skirtle have to take evasive action.
He wasn't too far away there, Winston Reid, was he? I just don't think he could get off the ground. Great delivery, something that worked on West Ham. Short corner, came to Cresswell, whipped it in with great pace, and in the end it was well defended by Martin Skirtle at the far post.
Referee has seen something on the goal line involving Sacco. Payet's delivery. Referee saw something in there, but it was a Bonner who came crashing in.
Oh, well defended, Christian Benteke, because once again it's a fantastic delivery, isn't it, into a really good area, and the West Ham players are firing in to try and go on the end of the ball that's been delivered in there. I think there was just a little nudge on Benteke as he went to make that clearing header.
Payet, here's Cresswell. Used to come here as a Liverpool fan, was released by the club as a youngster. Looking to right the wrongs of last week, Cresswell, who was guilty of two errors which led to goals for Bournemouth. Started this week a lot better for West Ham so far. Nathaniel Klein, Reed reacts.
Why did Bonner duck there? When that ball was delivered in from Klein, really good run from the right back position. He's whipped it in, and Liverpool only had two players in the box. They're not going to score that way, but Bonner left it.
There's Lanzini, the Argentinian. They're standing off him, Lanzini! Liverpool almost punished again.
Well, that's that counter-attack that I'm talking about, Gary. How quickly they changed defence into attack, West Ham. And Lanzini, brilliant run. No one in Liverpool's midfield is anywhere near him. In the end, it's, I think, Skirtle that comes out, puts his body in the line as he took the strike on, just cut crossed the ball, which took it wide of the target. But they do look dangerous on that counter-attack, West Ham.
Lanzini, who's on loan at West Ham from Al Jazeera in the United Arab Emirates, has already made an impact here. And Bonner made sure Benteke didn't latch onto that. There's Firmino. Running into trouble in the form of Lanzini. Milner. There's Cresswell. Ogbonna. This time labouring to clear. Gomez. Now Philippe Coutinho, Benteke. Benteke again, the target here. It's beyond him, and Tompkins finds his keeper.
Yeah, good defender, wasn't it? Good awareness there from Tompkins. Ball from Chams over, hit towards Benteke. He just nodded the ball back into his goalkeeper's arms there. Just took the sting out of it as far as West Ham's concerned.
It's not just about his aerial ability, Benteke. He's very good with his feet, good movement too. Liverpool so far have averaged the least crosses in the Premier League so far this season. Early days, but they've not been getting down the flanks and swinging the ball into Benteke.
Klein will. I mean, that's natural for Nathaniel Klein to get forward. He's very, very good to it. A little bit different with Gomez. He's centre-half really playing at left-back, so he's a little bit more reluctant to come down this left-hand side to get crosses into the box.
Seamus found Lucas. Lucas looking for Benteke, well defended by Ogbonna.
And once again, Gary, it's a numbers game in the box, isn't it? West Ham had 5 players in there. Liverpool had 2, Benteke and Coutinho. That's what you're really looking for, Milner, Chan, Firmino, to get forward to help the other 2 players that are in there.
West Ham leading and looking a threat going forward, but Liverpool dominating the ball here. There's Dejan Lovren. Lucas. James Milner. There's Gomez. The Liverpool plan at Arsenal on Monday was to dominate the space, not possession, and it almost paid off, and West Ham are doing the same to Liverpool here.
Absolutely, Liverpool are dominating possession, but they haven't really got anywhere to go. And the forcing issue, as James Milner just did there, he tried to pick out Firmino with a pass, wasn't really on to do it. But all credit to the West Ham players and the shape that they're utilising at the moment. Look how narrow they are. You know, they're not allowing any spaces for Liverpool to pass into the likes of Coutinho to try and get turned and get at the back four.
James Milner enjoying being centre stage. Coutinho. There's Firmino, who's struck the woodwork already. Now Nathaniel Klein settles for the corner.
Yeah, he needs a bit of ball in that, but better build-up play for Liverpool. Lovely ball with the outside of his right foot, wasn't it? Firmino to pick out Nathaniel Klein. We talked about how he'll get forward from that right-back position. He's always an option out on that right side for Liverpool. But just the delivery, should have put a little bit of height on the ball, hit the first man, at least he got a corner from it.
West Ham going man for man here. Lovren leaning into his man, but Teke put his head on it, but Lovren guilty of pushing.
No need either, is there? You know, it was a decent ball in. Benteke's going for it, but he's pushing his man right in front of the referee. You can see clearly there, arms all over the defender.
He's looking for a bit of consistency in his game. He had a wonderful season at Southampton, Dejan Lovren, but before that had a tough time at Lyon. Last season too, he struggled here at Anfield, Dejan Lovren. has been helped out greatly so far this season by having Gomez in the left-back position alongside him.
Well, he's not really been tested in the 3 previous matches, maybe a little bit more so against Arsenal, but I was here for the game with Bournemouth, and it wasn't a major problem for him. You know, he defended reasonably well. Liverpool had 3 clean sheets prior to today's game, so it showed you that obviously they've been working very hard in training on it. But the goal itself had nothing to do with Lovren, as I say, it was more to do with Skirtle and the fact that he didn't get any height and distance on his head. It went straight to Cresswell, the West Ham fullback.
Coutinho. There's Milner. Gomez want to keep cutting inside onto that right foot. Firmino with the layoff to Coutinho. Reed stabs away for West Ham.
And that's where the numbers is for the West Ham players, isn't it? We're seeing how narrow they're playing at the moment. At times it looks like a back 6, doesn't it? You know, Lanzini coming back to help out, and then the right back position, if you like, next to Tompkins, just going in really tight to Winston Reid, as is Cresswell's coming in tight with Ogbonna, and that leaves the likes of Payet coming back to help out defensively as well. The only problem with that, Gary, when you play that way, you do have to use up a lot of energy, because when you're chasing the ball all the time, it's far harder, and it's much easier when you're in possession of the ball. But at the moment, Liverpool are struggling to break them down.
Well, he spent 1.5 years at West Ham. Slaven Bilic, and his move to Everton was controversial at the time, but he left a lasting impression at the Boleyn. So some of his best days were there. There is a hope he can bring good times back to West Ham United. Such an important season for them, with the Olympic Stadium move to come in the summer. They have to be in the Premier League.
Oh, absolutely, there's no question about it. And I think I know a few West Ham fans. I've been speaking to them recently, and they're a little bit anxious with what they've seen in the defeats to Leicester and to Bournemouth, but been much more encouraged, certainly the way that they've played in the first 23 minutes or so of this game.
Lanzini, the goal scorer, racing after this, able to catch up with it.
That was unlucky though, wasn't it? Because Liverpool really pressed West Ham, trying to win the ball back in a good area there. They got it out the feet, and the out ball was Lanzini down this right-hand side. Gomez had gone in a little bit narrow, just over-hit the ball out to Lanzini. But quite like what I see from him. Obviously, apart from his goal, he looks like he's a very good player in possession of the ball.
Gomez being hunted down by Kouyaté. Bonner. It's been a change at the back this season with West Ham as well. Winston Reid having to play on the right-hand side of the central defensive duo to cater for the introduction of Angelo Ogbonna. There's Firmino, always full of energy, full of purpose. Klein, Randolph, this could be awkward. He took the sting out of it and put it behind.
Even there, once again, Klein's done brilliant to get down the right-hand side, but there's a lack of options in the box when he's going to deliver the ball in. There's not a great deal of movement. There's no one getting across the near post. You know, and in the end, he's trying to have to pick out the perfect ball, and the only person in there he can do that is to play it towards Benteke.
West Ham physio has just had a word with Darren Randolph. Now he's running back to the bench. Meanwhile, Liverpool with Benteke in the middle, launched that corner. A couple of appeals from a couple of players. That's Gomez. There's Lovren trying to sort his feet out. Firmino, seen off by Tompkins.
There's a lot of shirt pulling going on in the box, you know. We've seen it with the corner previously when Lovren fouled his man, and there Winston Reid was all over Benteke's well, pulling his shirt, which Kevin Friend didn't see.
Dimitri Payet has delivered the ball to check Kouyaté, and then the follow-up is over the crossbar from Cresswell.
Well, there's the intent from West Ham. You know, they're not sitting back when they get the opportunity to get men forward. Cresswell, the fullback who was involved in the opening goal, was forward once again there. A bit fortunate with the ricochet, it fell into his path, and not a natural right-footed player. Should have really went for power, just tried to curl the ball. Just got a bit too much height on the ball as it went over the top of the crossbar. just even see here, Gary, when you look at the pitch, how narrow Liverpool are. They're playing virtually, about 15 yards, aren't they? There's so much space over on this left-hand side. Look at Coutinho is, how pressed he is over that side. And when you win the ball, you've got no out ball, so you're playing relatively too small a pitch. They really need to try and spread it out, because they're playing into West Ham's hands by playing as narrow as they are.
Brendan Rodgers has spoken about being more compact this season. Certainly defensively, we've been doing extra sessions, extra hours on the Melwood training pitches. Still scarred by what happened at the back end of last season. Space for Lovren. Fancied a step over or two, and Kouyaté was having none of that. There's Lanzini. Payet. Now Noble. Slaven Bilic is now having a word with his physio down below us. There's something going on. The physio who checked on Darren Randolph's well-being before a corner kick earlier on is now having a word with Slaven Bilic, the West Ham manager. Meantime, the free kick is poor from Pedro Obiang, straight down the throat of Mignolet.
I'm just looking at the West Ham substitutes are still out warming up, so we'll see if there's a problem for one of the players out there. Well, I don't see the substitute goalkeeper warming up, so we take it that Randolph's okay. It might be an outfield player that's got a problem.
Yeah, must have been passing a message on. How to play from Gomez to Coutinho. He is a bundle of energy on the sideline, Slaven Bilic. Didn't win anything at Besiktas, finished third a couple of times, but he made a huge impression there, so much so that the fans greeted him at the airport as he left, and they carried him from the car park on their shoulders to the entrance hall of the airport. You could take that, I suppose, one of two ways. Mistake by Lovren. Here's Lanzini. Lanzini. Sacco couldn't get to it. Martin Noble does and scores! His heart beats for West Ham United, and they have a 2-goal advantage at Anfield.
Double delight, Gary. Got to say, defending from Liverpool and from Lovren in particular. I don't know what he's trying to do here. You've got to play the ball out off the pitch. You know, you don't take chances in that area of the field. He was robbed by Lanzini, and he had the presence of mind, Lanzini. Just here, clear it, clear your lines, play it back to your goalkeeper, but don't try and do what you do here. You know, he's all over the place. There, his touch is awful into the path of Lanzini, who played it back into the path of Sacco, who missed it initially, and then the rebound fell very nicely for Mark Noble. What about this for a finish from Noble? Never looked like he was going to miss, did he? Just side-footed with his right foot. Goalkeeper Mignolet's rooted to the spot, nestles in the bottom corner, and look at the delight on Noble's face as he gives his side a 2-0 advantage.
Yeah, delight for West Ham, but they also have a player down. I think it's Sacco who's down inside the penalty area. It was real concern for him. The Kop penalty area away to our right. But this is incredible. West Ham United have not won here since the early 60s, and here they are at Anfield with a 2-goal advantage.
Was it 19 games here at Anfield in the Premier League? They've lost 14, drawn 5, never won a game, and they find themselves 2-0 up. And at the moment, I've got to say, Liverpool don't look like they can get back into the game. You know, they've had the shot from Firmino from 25-30 yards, which hit the post. They've had 1 or 2 incidents from crosses, but apart from that, for all the possessions they've had, not created a great deal in that final third. West Ham's tactics have certainly worked so far.
Plan B. Well, Diafra Sacco still looks dazed as he's leaving the pitch here. Slaven Bilic talking to a couple of his substitutes, but they have been very, very short of strikers. Elliot Lee is one of those who's on the bench for them.
I think a few of the West Ham fans are a bit dazed. They've never came to Anfield experience being 2-0 up against Liverpool.
Sacco back on the pitch. And Liverpool need to wake up here. And once again, it was a defensive error which has cost them. They have been solid in the previous 3 games coming into this, but 2 defensive errors have cost Liverpool dear.
Oh, they have, Gary, absolutely. And they're, you know, you got to see mistakes by 2 players, isn't it? The header from Skirtle for the opening goal, and there Lovren, you know, what he was thinking there, I'm not quite sure.
No foul on Kouyaté, who is struggling and remains on the pitch, down on the pitch.
Yeah, there was actually coming together between himself and James Milner. No fault from Milner. He went to win the ball, and he certainly did win it, but it was just the way that he fell afterwards, Kouyaté. And I'll tell you what, they can ill afford to lose him, because he's going to be an immense player for West Ham this season. There's the ball just coming out. He just popped up in the air, and there he won it. It's just the way that he fell over there. I think he just injured his shoulder. Physio for West Ham just taking it nice and gently with him, make sure that he's going to be okay, but you can apportion no blame to that man, and the ball was there to be won, James Milner.
Kouyaté struggling with that shoulder. Such a big presence in the West Ham United midfield, and they had problems in the second half of last season. They faded away, but he was consistent. Let's not forget West Ham, Christmas time. Last year they were in the Champions League places. Yeah,
they just got the thumbs up though from the physio there to say he's going to be okay, so that'll be a huge relief to Slaven Bilic, who must be absolutely overjoyed at the performance that he's seen from his players. He plays poorly as they did last week against Bournemouth, particularly in the first half. To come out to Anfield, where Liverpool hadn't conceded a goal this season, the 3 Premier League games that they played, and to be 2-0 up, he'll be very, very happy with that.
Emre Can. There's Coutinho. Gomez. James Milner. Miscue from Gomez on his left foot, his weaker foot.
That probably typifies Liverpool at the moment. There's a lot of heads down. You know, this is really where you need your experienced players to be encouraging the rest of the side to get on the ball. I'm sure Brendan Rodgers is just saying to continue, you need to stay a little bit wider. You know, you're going in very narrow. We've got no options over this left-hand side. You see with Gomez coming forward. He doesn't look comfortable when he's delivering the ball into the box with his left foot there.
Emre Can playing in his preferred position of midfield. Liverpool so far 221 passes, West Ham 79. West Ham 2-0 up.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Again, have as many passes as you like in your own third of the field, the mid third of the field, but it's what you do in the final third, i.e. delivery, people making runs from midfield to get into the box. I ain't seen Can get in the box, I ain't seen Milner get in the box. You know, Firmino's done it once or twice, Coutinho likewise. They want to be players who want to play outside the box, get strikes at goal. But that's not going to get Liverpool back into the game at the moment, because West Ham are just getting so many players behind the ball, defending deep, and Liverpool can't break them down.
I wasn't counting them, by the way. There's Reed. Skirtle on the back of Sacco.
They look edgy today, don't they, Liverpool defensively? I mean, look here, you can't win the ball all the time. Sometimes you just got to hold your ground. You can't go over the top with the player. You're just certainly going to give away a free kick. And we talked about West Ham and the height in the side. Once again, a chance here for Mark Noble and Payet, who are over the ball at the moment, to deliver the ball in. Well, you've got the likes of Reed forward, Tompkins, Sacco's in there, Kouyaté, so there's good height for West Ham.
High line from Liverpool. Fight in by Payet. Gomez standing his ground in front of Tompkins. It drops over straight to Reed. Diafrasako. This is Mark Noble, trying his luck again.
Once again, Gary, that comes from another poor header. You know, when you're a young lad, you learn very quickly. When the ball's coming in, you're defending your 18-yard box. It's height and distance to get it away from your box. There, Gomez, the fullback, it's a really poor header. He's got to head it much further away from his goal. Liverpool defensively at the moment are really struggling to get any decent clearances.
Gomez. Nice ball to Milner. Good boot there from Tompkins. I think he just about pulled out at the last. Lanzini has done well in this first half for West Ham. Gomez. Lanzini's there again. Now Kouyaté. A little bit of afters between Gomez and Lanzini. Kouyaté keeping Gomez at arm's length, and West Ham United getting themselves up the pitch.
Well, Gomez has had a great start to his Liverpool career. The first 3 games defensively he's been nice and strong. Today he's looked edgy. You know, it's not been his better first 45 minutes here. Giving the ball away, not defending particularly well when he's getting on the ball. He isn't doing the best as far as picking out teammates. What they would do to have him back fitting well.
Daniel Sturridge is back at the training ground. Still hopeful that they can get him fit within the next couple of weeks. Maybe after the international break. That was Noble's challenge on Emre Can, which has left both players down.
Didn't say a great deal, to be honest. He did go to ground, Mark Noble, but it was certainly looked it was a 50-50 between the two players, and looked like Can tried to just pull out the way as Noble come flying in to win the ball.
The yellow card is coming out for Mark Noble.
He looks a little surprised with that, doesn't he?
Insult to injury as far as he's concerned.
Here's the ball. It was played between the two of them. For me, that's the 50-50 ball. He's gone to ground. Maybe just his foot was a little bit high there. Just a little bit high. Maybe that's what the referee's seen, and that's why he awarded the yellow card.
Nice touch from Gomez after being beautifully found. Coutinho almost dropped for him. Liverpool need a bit of magic from Philippe Coutinho. There's the energy of James Milner. Now Gomez. Lovren. West Ham know firsthand how easily a 2-goal lead can dissolve after what happened last week when they were behind against Bournemouth. Managed to get it back to 2-2, but then ultimately lost the game. Firmino almost kept the ball in play. Well, the assistant says he did. There's Philippe Coutinho, blocked by Reed. Now it's Emre Can.
I'd say that would have been controversial because that was out. I can't blame the assistant because he was too far away. He couldn't see it, or the referee, but it certainly had gone out for a goal kick to West Ham.
Payet leading the breakout for West Ham. Good challenge by Emre Can. There's Firmino. Way past Lanzini again. He's been excellent in the first half of West Ham.
Well, they all have, to be honest. I mean, I think the work rate from the West Ham players has been tremendous. You know, the shape of the side is good. The players are still complaining to the referee because they knew that was a goal kick. That's what they're saying to Mr. Friend. That ball had gone out of play. It should have been seen by at least one of the officials. Unfortunately, it wasn't. And there's Lanzini with a challenge on Firmino, and then eventually brought down Mark Noble. What's the difference between that challenge and the one where Noble got a yellow card to the one there? Consistency, that's what you're looking for from the referees.
Lovren with eyes on this, but he's being hunted down by Kouyaté with the illegal challenge. But Liverpool look shaky at the back here.
Why did they let the ball bounce? Situations like that, it's in the air, head it out for a throw-in. Good pressure though, wasn't it, from West Ham? You see Noble getting forward, Kouyaté getting forward. You know, they're doing all the disciplined work defensively when they have to get numbers behind the ball, but when it's on to break quickly, they're getting numbers in advanced positions as well, West Ham.
Firmino. There's Kouyaté. Obiang beaten to the punch by Emre Can, but Noble has it back for West Ham. It's been a mammoth effort in the first half so far by these West Ham United players. They've had to do plenty of chasing, tiring work, fill in the gaps, and they fit Liverpool on the counter-attack. Coutinho. Firmino. Too much on it for Clyde.
That's awful. That really is awful. I mean, that's such a simple pass. He's frustrated there, Firmino, but you know, you've got to make sure that you're nice and positive in that area of the field with the final ball to pick out Klein, who's made a great run. You can see Cresswell's coming in. He doesn't know whether to go to Firmino or go wide with Klein, and then an easier pass there, and he's firing that across the face of the goal, which will prove very difficult for West Ham to defend it. In the end, he's put it out for a goal kick.
Skirtle again with plenty of time to bring that ball under his spell. West Ham not really engaging Liverpool up the pitch. James Milner. Well, you know, a West Ham player hadn't scored on this pitch since 2006, since Bobby Zamora struck for West Ham United. Well, they've scored two here in the first half, Lanzini and Noble.
Just looking at the two managers in the technical area there, obviously a lot to ponder for Brendan Rodgers at half-time to change their fortunes around. As for Slaven Bilic, just more of the same place throughout this 90 minutes. It's just whether, Gary, they've got the energy levels to sustain this.
Sacco, there's Kouyaté, good challenge by Lovren.
He doesn't look right, I've got to be honest. I don't know if he picked up an injury earlier on. I'm not sure we'll see him for the second half. Liverpool have got Sacco on the bench, haven't they? So that could be an option for them.
There's Dimitri Payet. Well, Liverpool have struggled when they've been asked questions defensively so far this afternoon.
Well, what they would do for a third, West Ham. Well, the last minute or so of the first half, already 2 goals to the good. Get something from this set play, well, they've been dreamland.
Mr. Reed trying to shake off Dejan Lovren. Poor ball though from Payet. There he is again. Lucas in the way that time. Tompkins. Now Lanzini. Very confident on the ball, Manuel Lanzini. Well, if that was a home team, they'd have been booed as the ball went back, but the West Ham United fans applauding that West Ham kept the ball. There's Firmino, who struck the woodwork for Liverpool.
That seems an awful long time ago, doesn't it?
Played that off nicely to Emre Can, and Benteke has had very little to go at so far.
Well, there, Emre Can's delivered the ball in. Liverpool had one player in the box, which was Benteke, and Coutinho's just saying to him, settle things down. You don't always have to put it in first time. Have a look, you know, where the other players are in and around the 18-yard box, play into feet, and maybe we'll get an opportunity that way.
4 additional minutes, and Slaven Bilic is questioning that decision. He's not too happy with it. There's Gomez. Emre Can, nicely done in a tight area. Coutinho. There's Milner. Gomez. Chan. Straight to Lanzini. There's Kouyaté. Have to do this all alone. Check Kouyaté. Skirtle has seen the danger and sweeps up.
Good play from Kouyaté. Yeah, how he just diffused the situation there. Got his side higher up the pitch there. Very assured in possession. Little step over. Went past two Liverpool players quite comfortably. And Martin Skirtle came across from the right centre-back position to make that covering challenge.
He's struggling to get back to his feet here, Cheku Kouyaté. Remember, he did have a little bit of treatment for his shoulder problem earlier on in the game. That was a lung-busting run for both Kouyaté and Skirtle. Sacco. Gomez. There's Cresswell. Brendan Rodgers has got a big job on his hands at half-time here. Try and plot a way back into this game. Can Liverpool do something just before the break, or will West Ham keep them at arm's length? Gomez. Firmino again on the charge. Well seen though by Pedro Obiang, former Sampdoria man. Coutinho dropping deep. Has Milner. Coutinho. Nathaniel Klein. Now Lucas. West Ham again, happy to sit in here. Gomez. Firmino. He's right-footed and trying his luck from the left flank. Coutinho. James Milner latching onto this. Seen off by Noble.
Lovely ball, wasn't it, to continue to pick out James Milner. He tried to deliver the ball in towards Benteke, but well blocked at the near post by Mark Noble. Liverpool need something. They need to get this crowd behind them.
Important corner this. West Ham looking to keep Liverpool at bay. Grown around Anfield, that the corner went short and ultimately comes to nothing. There's Dimitri Payet. Foul by Firmino.
They just look devoid of ideas at the moment, Liverpool. I just wonder if Brendan Rodgers will change his tactics at half-time and bring on another striker. They look like they need one. You know, Benteke's running around, but he's getting no joy whatsoever. The support to him is like too far away. You know, the Coutinho, Firmino, they're too far away from him. And maybe give up a midfielder, either a Milner or, you know, a Lucas or an Emre Can, and put on another striker and force the issue by having two up there.
The yellow card for Philippe Coutinho. Anfield is West Ham's field of dreams so far. A ground where they haven't won since the 1960s, but they are firmly in charge at half-time here. Manuel Lanzini put them in front after a mistake at the back by Liverpool early on, and then Dejan Lovren, a mistake from him, led to the chance from Mark Noble, who smashed the ball home. West Ham have done Liverpool on the counter-attack here. Liverpool striking the woodwork after a shot from Roberto Firmino beat Randolph, but was kept out by the post. Frustration for Liverpool, elation for West Ham. At the break, Liverpool 0, West Ham United 2. Well, Liverpool's plans for a glorious day at Anfield in the sunshine have been ripped up by West Ham so far. West Ham have hit Liverpool on the counter-attack. Liverpool paying the price for two mistakes as well. At half-time, they've made a change with Alberto Moreno coming on to replace Emre Can, and they've gone to a back three here. Gomez, Skirtle and Lovren, the back three for Liverpool. Moreno left wing-back, Klein continues on the right.
Yes, that's the way they're lining up at the moment. I'm not sure that you need three centre-backs back there, because you're only up against one striker in Sacco.
So Joe Gomez playing in his natural position of centre-half now for Liverpool.
We did see Danny Ings warming up at half-time, and he had his full kit on. It looked like he was about to come on for the start of the second half, and I think that would have been a better option. If you're going to play this system of 3 centre-backs and the 2 wing-backs in Moreno and Klein, I think you need 2 strikers, 2 out-and-out strikers. So you play a 3-5-2 formation and get someone up close to Benteke.
Lanzini got through plenty of work in the first half for West Ham. West Ham's plans this season is to finish at least in the top 10. The ultimate ambition when they settle in at their new home is the Champions League. Their income will increase when they move to the Olympic Stadium. At the moment, they pull in around about £18 million a year in matchday revenue at Upton Park. They expect to at least double that £18 million figure at the Olympic Stadium, meaning an increase in budget for playing staff as well. So, as we said in the first half, it's such an important season for West Ham to remain in the top division, to make sure when the removal men turn up in the summer and take them across town, they are still a Premier League club.
Well, he's changed it tactically, Brendan Rodgers, but can he get the best out of this group of players that he's got on the pitch for Liverpool? I just think it'll be a struggle. I think there's just too many defenders back there. You don't need the 3 centre-halves marking the 1 striker of West Ham.
He's played a 3 before. It's been largely to get 2 strikers together on the pitch. At the moment, Firmino and Coutinho playing behind Benteke. Here is Coutinho. Firmino caught. Pedro Obiang with that challenge. There's Moreno, who will relish that wing-back position, loves to drive forward. James Milner just behind Coutinho. There's Mark Noble, saw the gap. Benteke. There's Gomez. Now Lucas. Moreno's cross. Benteke was lurking in the middle. The piece is picked up by Klein. Now Firmino. West Ham defenders having to be careful with the challenges inside the penalty area.
Look how many's back though there, Gary, winning the ball. You know, that was 3 West Ham players against 2 Liverpool players with the back heeler coming in.
Well, they're coming again on a counter-attack with Czech Kouyaté. Moreno got back. Good challenge from him.
Brilliant challenge from Moreno, who looked like he was caught the wrong side there, but had enough pace to get back to help out. There's the challenge coming in on Kouyaté, who's gone down 3 times. He's had these problems today.
Firmino. Now Coutinho lining one up.
You're not going to score too often from that range when the keeper's got a good view of it, and that's what's happened to Liverpool. You know, they've been restricted to shots from distance. Look at the number of Liverpool players making runs in behind no one. You know, Benteke's in an offside position because he's made his run a little bit earlier. Coutinho's, what, 30 yards out or so? It'd have to be something special to beat Darren Randall from there.
Skirtle. Gomez. There's Dejan Lovren. It's Lucas. Benteke. Drops for Coutinho. Lanzini was there again to put Coutinho off. There's Obiang. Goes straight to Dejan Lovren. James Milner. Firmino to Klein.
Just nothing coming off for Liverpool at the moment. They're very predictable in possession of the ball. You know, it's little passes, 5 and 10 yards. There's no one really running in behind to pose problems for the back line of West Ham.
Coutinho trying to provide that spark. Now it's Gomez on the charge. There's Firmino, who thumped the woodwork in the first half. Lucas. Firmino again. Lucas trying to clip it into Benteke. Winston Reid takes charge for West Ham. Cresswell. Dimitri Payet with the spin. Was taken out by Coutinho. And Coutinho has already been yellow carded. And a second yellow card is coming out, and Coutinho sent off.
What is he thinking about? When you're on a yellow card, you cannot go and make challenges like that. He's absolutely frustrated, very annoyed as he came off, and you can see with his manager's reaction as well, that he knows that his side's in trouble. 2-0 down to 10 men. Was there a lot in it? It's a lovely piece of skill from Payet, wasn't it? Lovely the way he just done a little turn away from Coutinho there. He's already gone to ground. I don't think he tried to catch the West Ham player. I think he's came across. It's a bit of skill that's undone him. And actually, if anything, Payet's actually backed into Coutinho. I don't think he's made any challenge here at all. There he comes in. He's nowhere near the player, and he actually goes over, falls into Coutinho. It's a tough one for the referee, and it's his interpretation of what's actually developed here, and he felt that it was a free kick by Coutinho, and it warranted a second yellow card.
It's falling apart for Liverpool. One of their star men, Philippe Coutinho, sent off, his first red card for Liverpool. And this now is a mountain to climb.
It certainly is, and they've got to keep their discipline, because Lucas just went flying into a challenge on Kuyata right in front of the referee, didn't win the ball, caught the player. And what Liverpool need to try and do now is just to clear their minds and try to get back to passing the ball, get men forward to help out Benteke.
West Ham United will never have a better chance of winning at Anfield than they have right now. They've got Liverpool right where they want them. There's Lovren. This is Klein. Gomez. Lovren. Now Moreno. West Ham United once again happy for Liverpool to have the ball in this kind of area, ready to pounce if they make a mistake.
Well, they're not going to change their game plan, Gary. You know, they've worked it out what they're going to do. They're going to sit deep. They're going to frustrate Liverpool. They're going to allow them to go wide, but they're not going to come through the centre. You can see Liverpool just struggling to get anything happening in that final third.
Dejan Lovren, plenty behind that, but Randolph also behind it.
Yeah, you're not going to beat him from there, I'm afraid. That's just a bit of frustration there for Lovren. Not a lot ahead of him, to be honest, and he's decided to hit it from quite a distance and not the greatest of angle. And I've got to say that the goalkeeper got his body behind it. Easy save for him.
Slaven Bilic being serenaded by the West Ham United fans. A week is a long time in football.
Telok Bonner that brought off after, was it 30 minutes last week? And look at him today. He looks a completely different player, full of confidence. Him and Winston Reid, you know, the defender supremely well in the heart of the defence for West Ham.
Moreno, a reminder, Liverpool are down to 10 men here. One of the inspirational figures in the last couple of years, Philippe Coutinho, sent off for 2 yellow cards. Benteke. Bonner having hold of Benteke, the cop giving the referee a nudge.
I think that was a 50-50 there between the two players, because I think Benteke was just holding off Ogbonna as well. There are Liverpool fans, obviously, with their team down to 10 men and 2-0 down. They're looking for a little bit more from the referee.
Skirtle just about got that one away from Sacco. Lucas. There's James Milner. Tompkins on the retreat. Tompkins getting to the ball. There's Kouyaté. Now Noble.
The home fans are not happy, Gary, with the decisions by the referee at the moment. They felt that there was a free kick over that far side, and when James Tompkins went in with a challenge on Moreno, he looked like he won the ball, to be honest, initially. We're quite a distance away, but that's what it looked like from our advantage point. And then they've gone downfield, and there was a little nudge on Mark Noble, challenge, and he went to ground, and the referee gave West Ham the free kick. And here's a challenge coming in from Tompkins. What's he done wrong here? He's won the ball. It's actually Moreno that's ran into him, so he's done absolutely nothing wrong. Why the Liverpool fans are complaining, I'm not sure. I just feel that Brendan Rodgers has got a big decision to make at the moment, and that is changing his formation once again, because you've got three centre halves are not getting forward, you've got Lucas not getting forward, so there's only 5 outfield players that you've got that can get in the advanced position. It's not enough. You're 2-0 down, so he's going to have to change it around. If he's going to bring on a striker, you have to sacrifice one of your centre halves.
West Ham United standing defiant here. There's Lucas. Firmino. Firmino fouled by Obiang. Referee just having to make sure it doesn't boil over here. Anfield is raging right now. There's Lucas. And the outlet ball is to Moreno. Tompkins again stands his ground. Milner for Christian Benteke, using his chest well. Benteke, good block by Ogbonna. Now it's Nathaniel Klein. Caused a little bit of panic.
Good defend in the end, wasn't it, from Ogbonna? It looked like he got too tight to Christian Benteke, and he got away from him. Just about to pull the trigger to get his strike away, but Ogbonna done enough just to get his body on the line there as Benteke took the shot on and got the block in. And that's certainly better, but he's been feeding on scraps today, Benteke. He's not been involved in the build-up play too often.
Simon Mignolet with his knee into Sacco as he claimed the ball there. Sacco has stayed down.
It looked like his knee was high, wasn't it? It didn't look that way initially, I've got to be honest. Obviously, it's at boiling point in this stadium. Liverpool fans feel that every decision's gone against their side. But there, it looked like Mignolet was trying to protect himself, and goalkeepers do it. I mean, it's a trait of theirs. When they come in and they see an attacking player come towards them, they put their knee up for a bit of protection, and that looked that way. Now, we'll have to see from the replay, Gary, if there was any intent or if he certainly caught Sacco. But, yeah, the referee at the moment, he knows he's in a bit of a game because the fans are getting on his back. Here's the header back by Lovren. Coming to close it down. There's the knee coming out. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, his knee's up. Certainly caught the player.
So Sacco in need of treatment here. Liverpool are about to bring on Danny Ings, who we saw warming up at half-time in full kit. He's now getting his chance. We believe it will be Firmino to make way. So if that is the case, Christian Benteke will have a little bit more company. That is the case. Firmino's off, Ings on.
Well, that's the substitution I thought would have happened at half-time, that Liverpool would have went with another striker just to give Christian Benteke some support. Get the ball forward quicker, get it into the box, have more players in there to try and finish off the move. But still, they're going with the 3 centre-halves, so maybe they're still a little bit wary of West Ham United on the counter-attack, but they're 2-0 down and they need a goal quickly to get themselves back into this game with just under 30 minutes left.
Diafra Sacco back on his feet. He'll be told to leave the pitch before coming back on. West Ham have not won back-to-back away games in the Premier League for almost a decade.
I think Slaven Bilic should be asking if he can play all his games away from home at the moment. 2-0 against Arsenal, And here they find themselves at Anfield, a ground where they haven't won since the 60s in the league. And they find themselves 2-0 up playing against 10 men. And they're never going to get a better chance to win here at Anfield.
Jeff Hurst and Martin Peters scored the goals to win it for West Ham. The last time they won here at Anfield, 1963, under Ron Greenwood. Handball by Klein. No real arguments from the Liverpool wing-back. Sacco back on for West Ham. West Ham owners in town. David Sullivan saying yesterday that Rafa Benitez was only 3 hours away from becoming West Ham manager in the summer, but then Real Madrid came knocking. Slaven Bilic got the job, and he is on course to guide his team to victory here. Still plenty of time left though. Lanzini, space here for Cresswell to measure this. Simon Mignolet has kept the ball in play.
Yeah, poor ball, wasn't it? Once again, there was an overload for West Ham down this left-hand side, 3 versus 2. And Cresswell should have delivered a better ball in there because he wasn't under any real pressure.
Danny Ings really got his feet under the table in the Premier League last season with Burnley. Now hoping to try and become Liverpool's main man. Here's Dejan Lovren. Gomez. Now Milner. It's Moreno. Danny Ings. That's Milner. Oh, drags it wide.
Yeah, he knows what a good chance that was there. James Milner picked up a very good position on the edge of the box, and no one from West Ham picked him up. A little bit fortuitous when the ball arrived in his vicinity. There's the delivery coming in from Moreno. Ings with a little layoff into the path of James Milner, who just snatched it with his right foot, went wide of the target.
He's not been starting Danny Ings, but he's been watching and learning, both during matches and on the training pitch at Melwood. Noble. There's Dimitri Payet.
Not seen a great deal of West Ham as an attacking outfit in the second half, Gary, have we? But talked about their discipline, their work rate, and the shape that they've got into, and they've been commanded at the back there by Reid and Ogbonna. You know, they're really driving the players on ahead of them, just pulling them into positions, making it difficult for Liverpool to play through them. They can go wide, as we've seen here with this long balls. They've picked out the wide players, Liverpool, occasionally, but overall you've got to say West Ham have defended very, very well.
Payet. Skirtle. Not sure that didn't carry through to Sacco. Now Danny Ings. Danny Ings, Benteke looking for Danny Ings again. Nice idea. Randolph, though, pouncing for West Ham.
Oh, great drive and run from Danny Ings. But when the ball's played into Benteke, I wonder if he would have got a call there from Lucas and made a great run from midfield. Just watch Lucas breaking forward from the midfield here. And the ball's played in. I wonder if he could have just let it run through his legs. And Lucas was free over on that left-hand side. Reversed the pass back into the path of Danny Ings, but well smothered by Randolph.
It was better, though, from Liverpool, moving forward. There's Kouyaté for West Ham. Obiang. Ogbonna. When West Ham beat Arsenal on the opening weekend, Ogbonna thought he was at Wembley. That's where he thought the game was. What he'll find handy here is that there is a "This is Anfield" sign as he leaves the tunnel, so he knows exactly where he is today. And he's had a good game. Noble. Now Cresswell. Aaron Cresswell, he managed to hit the 6-yard area, Skirtle again, slamming the door shut.
Well, there's another player, Cresswell, who made 2 huge mistakes in the game against Bournemouth, which resulted in goals in that game. Today, he's looked a completely different player. He's got forward extremely well. He was involved in the first goal, and he played it across the face of the goal for Lanzini. And he's got down this left-hand side countless times for West Ham.
Noble. Payet. No player made more chances in Europe's top 5 leagues than Dimitri Payet last season during his time with Marseille. 40 more than Messi.
Just signs with Liverpool at the moment. They're getting pulled apart a little. You know, they're not getting closer to the West Ham players. They're finding it easy to make passes now and retain possession.
Kouyaté hits the ground again, caught by Lovren.
Not been a good day for Lovren, has it? He's not defended particularly well. Just looks out of sorts over that left-hand side of defence for Liverpool. Caught out for the second goal, and here, you know, you can't always win the ball. Look, he's going across and he's mistimed it, and he had 2 nibbles there at Kouyaté to bring him down.
He's had a good game, check Kouyaté. There's Martin Noble. Tompkins. Moreno not prepared to hang around. Gives the ball away though. Payet. There's Ogbonna. Just behind Payet, who had to stretch. And a foul by Ogbonna. The last team to stop Liverpool scoring here in the Premier League was Sunderland back in December. They normally find an answer. This is Gomez. Noble. Caught by Lucas.
They look fairly comfortable at the moment, though, Gary, don't they? You know, they've restricted Liverpool to shots from distance. You had that one run from Danny Ings, where he played the little 1-2 with Benteke that nearly came off. But apart from that, there hasn't been a great deal from Liverpool. And we're, what, 16 minutes and any added on time left in this game. And this will be a historical win for West Ham United. You think of the teams that have come here since 1962-63, when the last one in the league. All them great players over the years never came here and won. And this side, on the 20th occasion in the Premier League, looked like they could do it if they could see this game out.
Kouyaté. Tompkins. Let's check Kouyaté again. Now Lanzini. West Ham with 3 in the box here. Lanzini couldn't find Payet. This is Czech Kouyaté. Didn't really fancy himself, did he?
No, he didn't, no. But another poor header from a Liverpool player. And that's something that Brendan Rodgers will look at on the DVDs, where they gave the goals away from. And on its simple, basic football, which is get height and distance on your clearance.
This is Sacco. Lanzini. Got the ball rolling with the first goal for West Ham. Sacco would have been offside. Bounces back to Kouyaté.
That's a back pass. You know, there's no power in that. It's side-footed, and Really, he's never going to beat Mignolet from that distance, hitting the ball in the manner that he did. It looked like Saka was offside. Flag didn't go up. Kouyaté with a strike, but the goalkeeper seen it all the way.
James Milner. Brendan Rodgers endured sleepless nights at the end of last season. He cares deeply about his team, about the way they play, about getting results for this football club, about making this job work for him. He's having to gel together another team.
You need to create chances to win football matches, and they haven't done that. You know, all the possession that you like, but not enough in that final third. The quality's not been there. They've not had numbers in there to finish off the moves.
Lucas. Lovren. Alberto Moreno. Noble with the header clear, the touch by Payet. Skirtle picks up. Now Milner. Spinning away from Obiang, but he stuck to his guns, and the break could be on again here for West Ham. 3 against 2, it's Payet. There goes Saka in a race with Dejan Lovren. And Lovren comes out on top.
That was better defending from Lovren. When it was 1v1 there, you really fancy Saka, and you could see how frustrated the West Ham striker is. He knew that was a chance, but he just done enough there, Lovren.
Danny Ings giving chase to this. Winston Reid, who's been one of the star defenders in the Premier League in the last few years, does the job.
Yeah, and what does he do? Put out of play. You know, he's not trying to do anything difficult. Just see the danger off, get back into your defensive positions. Exactly what Lovren should have done for the second goal.
Gomez. Lucas. Liverpool needs something here. Good header again by Reid, up in front of Benteke. This is Kouyaté. Moreno's after him. And a good challenge by Moreno. Kouyaté, though, was not for giving it up, but he fouls his man. Moreno will be a little bit frustrated that he's being kept out at left-back by effectively a right-back or centre-half in Joe Gomez. Look at the state his case since coming on at half-time here. But I guess Brendan Rodgers sees him more as an attacking player.
That's why I see Moreno as an attacking player. I think when he plays as a left full-back, he actually doesn't defend particularly well. He switches off and allows players to run in behind him, and he gave away quite a few goals in that position last season. He looks far more comfortable when he's in advanced positions. He came on as a substitute against Bournemouth, and he done extremely well. And I think the system where when you play with 3 centre-halves and you play with wing-backs suits him.
Big moment this, as we approach the final 15 minutes. Liverpool with this free kick. West Ham looking to maintain their 2-goal advantage here. It's driven in by James Milner. Benteke rising the highest, but the referee had seen a push.
Yeah, just looking there, I think it was Danny Ings that was involved. Maybe with Obiang. He's done. I've not really mentioned too much Obiang in midfield, but he's been breaking up the play, always available to get on the ball. Look at the West Ham fans there. Can't believe they've actually come to Anfield and see their team on the cusp of picking up all 3 points.
Well, this never happens. Payet, nicely done. Obiang. Tompkins. This is Lanzini. Cresswell in a pocket of space here. Aaron Cresswell. Cresswell kept out at his near post by Mignolet.
Not the angle to shoot from, but brilliant play, as I said it. He's been a willing runner from that left-back position for West Ham, getting forward, and lovely piece of skill to get away from 2 Liverpool players. Klein thinks he's going to cross it, then he comes back. Gomez and Klein, between them, should have done a little bit better, but he could have fired that across the face of the goal because Saka was coming in at the far post, and that would have been a tap-in for him. Not particularly good defending from Liverpool once again, but the wrong option with the strike.
Space here again for Cresswell. Till for handball. West Ham will have a corner, nothing more.
That's 3 short corners they've taken, and they've found Cresswell every time.
Mixture of man-to-man and zonal marking from Liverpool. It goes short again. Cresswell again is in space. Deja vu. There's Lanzini. Another corner.
Good pressure from West Ham. They'll be more than happy to run the clock down. We've got 13 minutes left and any added on time, and at the moment they look more likely to add to the lead than Liverpool get back into the game.
Dimitri Payet told to get a move on. Understandable, he's taking his time here with West Ham having this 2-goal advantage and the clock running down. Goes inside the box this time, and that's Reid with a header.
Tell you what, that's a real chance. What a great ball though, Gary, wasn't it? That's into a good area. That's saying go and attack that. And Winston Reid, we know, is good in the air, got above his marker. Suspicion maybe of just leaning on his defender, but he should have done better. He's got to get this on target. I mean, Lovren really doesn't jump, does he? He's gone to ground, and that he knows that was a real chance there, Winston Reid.
Liverpool making their final change. Jordan Ibe comes on to replace Joe Gomez, so that will mean a change in system. Jordan Ibe, who cut his holiday short in the summer to get back training with Liverpool in the academy. He was working with Kenny Dalglish, working on his finishing. He wants to add goals to his game in a Liverpool shirt, Jordan Ibe. Liverpool need some of that now. There's Benteke in behind Winston Reid. No one near him.
Where's the support? You know, he's done absolutely brilliantly there to control it initially there, Christian Benteke.
Well, Mark Noble's just made a challenge there, and he's been sent off. Kevin Friend deeming that as reckless from Mark Noble, and West Ham United now down to 10.
He looked high, didn't it? I must admit, it looked high. I thought he'd already blown for a free kick though, the referee. I mean, it's a bit confusing, this one. Had he already blown for a free kick and then made the decision afterwards? But certainly, when you look at Mark Noble, what is the need to go in and make the challenge there? There is none. The referee there just having a word with a few of the West Ham players, so just ratifying the decision that he's made there, which is a red.
He had already been yellow carded, but a straight red was shown there to Mark Noble.
Yeah, it was straight red. I didn't see a second yellow. He's controlled it there. There was a challenge coming in from Milner. He's going to ground. That angle, it isn't great to see exactly what happened there. Has he done an awful lot wrong there? It didn't look like it. I mean, not to warrant a straight red. I mean, if it was a second yellow, maybe you could make a case, but straight red, if it is for that, I'm not sure about that, Gary.
Well, first of all, the whistle had been blown. We heard that. Then Noble made that challenge, and the referee has seen it as being out of control, as being dangerous. So Mark Noble off the pitch.
Very confusing, I've got to be honest. Very confusing, and I'm sure, I mean, if the scoreline wasn't what it was, 2-0 up for West Ham, that man in your picture would be furious. But 10 v 10, and we've got 10 minutes left in this game. He'll just be anxious that his team see this game out now. Be diligent and responsible defensively, and just run the clock down. The crowd are going to get behind Liverpool now.
Young Reece Oxford will be on the pitch shortly for West Ham. And Slaven Bilic makes a change here. So 10 against 10. Liverpool need 2. Winston Reid away. Lovren. Well, it's a young West Ham bench. One of those is 16-year-old Reece Oxford, who was superb against Arsenal on opening weekend. And he comes on to replace Manuel Lanzini, who is taking his shin pads off on the far side, and Dejan Lovren's got across to confront him, and Lanzini's yellow carded now, but time wasting as he leaves the pitch.
Well, he'll remember his game today, won't he? That's for sure. Opening goal, he's worked really hard over on that right-hand side, and he looks like he could be a major player for West Ham United. He better get off quick because the referee's chasing after him. Just taking his time to get off the field of play at the moment to let young Reece Oxford on. The ironic thing is, you know, Mark Noble was going to get a free kick for the initial challenge, really, so there was no need to make the second challenge afterwards.
So Liverpool with a 4-3-2 here, West Ham with a 4-4-1. Both teams down to 10 men. Noble sent off for West Ham, and Coutinho seeing red for Liverpool. Dan Lovren. Lucas. Klein. Lucas. This is Danny Ings. Now Jordan Ibe. He's delivered the cross. Milner with the effort. Blocked well. Not once, but twice.
Much better. That's a midfielder running in behind to help out one of his teammates. Great running off the ball there from James Milner.
Obiang with the double block. And Obiang's there again to thwart Klein. This now is Milner. Jordan Ibe, feint across. That man's there again. Pedro Obiang.
Just fire that across the O. If it comes off Cresswell, you might get a corner out of it. But as soon as you cut back, the opportunity's gone. And that comes with experience for Jordan Ibe.
James Milner's corner. Benteke rising and Lovren unable to convert.
Just didn't act on it, did he? He reacted late. Good header from Benteke. Got up very well at the back post there, and he's headed the ball back across goal. There's a delivery from Milner. Benteke's put the header across into a good area, and he's just got his get something on it, leaning back. He didn't look comfortable or confident taking on the opportunity there, Lovren. And that would have been an interesting last 7 minutes if he could have converted that chance.
West Ham, by the way, have had 6 red cards in 10 games this season. They run the Europa League because of fair play. But I sense that it being a straight red, West Ham may well revisit the Mark Noble incident, although the referee was right on the scene and he's called it the way he saw it, so it's whether they appeal or not. Six minutes to play, plus additional time. Slaven Bilic, who was only at West Ham for a year and a half, could well be adding to his legend here. He never planned to be a coach, but Hajduk Split came calling, and he says he had to answer. He spent time at Arsenal with Arsene Wenger, studying the way Wenger went about his business there, and also with Marcello Lippi at Juventus, and he always stayed in touch with his West Ham boss, Harry Redknapp.
If you'd have said to me before the season started that West Ham in the first 2 away games would beat Arsenal, Liverpool, I would have said she had absolutely no chance whatsoever. But in fairness to them, I've said about how well they've set themselves up for this game. I think they're far better away from home because there's less reliance on them to attack.
The ball has stayed in play. Benteke unable to make the most of it under immense pressure. There's Sakho. Now Payet. Fouled by Danny Ings. And a card on the way for Danny Ings.
Yeah, it's a tackle from behind. I mean, that's been outlawed for quite a while. Danny Ings will be annoyed at that. I mean, he's worked really hard to get back and put Payet under pressure. It looks like he's just picked up a knock here. I'm not sure how serious it is. But here's a challenge coming in. Yeah, he's nowhere near the ball. He's not got the ball. He's caught the player, so it's an easy decision for the referee. You can clearly see from this angle. Look at the referee's position. Absolutely perfect. Looking right down the line of the challenge. Tell you what, Gary, there's quite a few Liverpool fans leaving, isn't there? You know, you look at how empty the stadium's becoming at the moment. They'll be disenchanted with what they've seen today. Also, the fact that, you know, this is their 4th game. They've only scored 2 goals. You know, one against Stoke when it was a really poor game. Very few opportunities in the game, continue with a spectacular goal. And then Benteke's goal here against Bournemouth, which was controversial, we continue being offside. But in general, their attacking play hasn't been that great. And today, allied to the attacking play not being very good, the errors at the back have been costly.
Well, once again, Ray, it's another, as it stands, away win. Coming into this weekend, only 6 home wins in 30 games in the Premier League so far this season.
Well, it's just, I think, as I say, for a team like West Ham, they're set up to defend, to soak up pressure, then hit you on the counter-attack, and that's how they got the goals. Obviously, they were aided by some of the defending from Liverpool. But Liverpool in general, you know, if anyone who's watched them play since the season started, they haven't been convincing in the forward areas. You know, not getting enough numbers forward, and they're crying out to get Sturridge back fit. And the chances are he might be back in the middle of September. They need him back quickly to partner Benteke up there to give him more options in that area of the field.
Another West Ham change here. Matt Jarvis on to replace Dimitri Payet. But there's something happening in the Premier League this season. 6 home wins in 30 Premier League games so far coming into this weekend. And here West Ham United winning as it stands at Anfield. That's Milner. He's lost out to Sacco. The flag is up. There's Skirtle. Now James Milner. Klein. There's Milner. Benteke. Been a frustrating afternoon for Christian Benteke. There's Diafra Sakho. We are heading towards additional time. Matt Jarvis is hoping to reignite his career at West Ham. Under a new manager, unable to catch up with that. Benteke, Milner. There's Moreno, now Lucas. Benteke back towards Lucas, it was congested. Fourth official, Slaven Bilic, inquiring as to how many additional minutes we're about to have. He wasn't happy with the answer in the first half, and I don't think he's about to be too enamoured with what we're about to see. We're hearing there'll be 7 additional minutes. Confirmed, 7 additional minutes here.
Not sure about that, I don't know where they got 7 minutes from, but the Liverpool fans will be happy that they've still got a chance, maybe, to get themselves back into this game. It really looks unlikely, though. I mean, Randolph in the West Ham goals hardly had a save to make.
Paul Tierney, the fourth official down below, was just counting Slaven Bilic through the 7 minutes. You could have a separate camera on Slaven Bilic. There's Cresswell. Taken out by Klein. And the yellow card on the way for Nathaniel Klein. Kevin Friend has been a busy man.
He certainly has. the red cards I'd have to question personally. And I don't think there's a great deal in either one of them. But I'd like to say some of the West Ham players, from having such bad games against Bournemouth last week, to come back in the manner that they have is all credit to them. Ogbonna brought off after 30 minutes or so. Cresswell making huge mistakes. He's been immense today, Cresswell, getting forward and helping out down this left-hand side. But all over, you know, Tiamat and the West Ham players have dug in, worked hard, and then you have to say thoroughly deserve the victory they look like they're going to get.
Could be a big finish here. It's Diafra Sakho! Generations of West Ham fans have known only misery at Anfield, but this is the day they will leave with smiles on their faces and hearts bursting with pride.
Well, another calamitous mistake defensively from Liverpool. 3 players in and around Sakho, and no one puts a challenge in, and he just hits it with his left foot. Mignolet's rooted, nothing the keeper could do about it, and it's nestled in that bottom corner. And I say, look at the West Ham fans behind the goal. They're absolutely delighted in dreamland at the moment with this scoreline. But from Liverpool's point of view, I mean, this is just awful. A bit of good fortune in the ricochet off Moreno, but no one's put a challenge in, backing off, and it goes through the legs of Skirtle into the bottom corner. You got to close them down. Someone's got to put a challenge in on him, and you can see Mignolet actually slips as he watches the ball go past him. Delight for West Ham, delight for Slaven Bilic. And he's got to say, 2 magnificent away performances from West Ham United. One at Arsenal and this one today at Anfield.
Well, all the talk coming into this season surrounding West Ham was about the final goodbye to Upton Park this season and what they would do there. It's what they're doing away from Upton Park, which is catching the imagination, beating Arsenal. And now, unless something extraordinary happens in injury time here, they have taken the points from Anfield.
You don't often see Liverpool at home losing 3-0. You know, that's a rarity. But I've got to say, defensively, they've been very, very poor today. By the standards that they've shown in previous matches, today hasn't been very good from their point of view. And equally, their attacking options hasn't been there either. So all round, it's not been a very good day for Liverpool.
Benteke trying to get a nudge on that. Well, his Besiktas knocked Liverpool out of the Europa League. He was unbeaten in his only Merseyside derby, which was here. And Slaven Bilic doesn't look it, and he'll be delighted with what his West Ham United team have done here. It's a game plan which has been perfectly executed.
It certainly has. He always looks angry to me, or upset. He never looks happy. He should be, because to get the response that he has, because last week against Bournemouth in the first half, they were pretty awful, and he'd be the first to tell you that.
Well, they come again. It might not be over yet. West Ham fans getting a little bit greedy now, calling for 4. The West Ham player hadn't scored here since 2006 until today. It's back to the drawing board for Brendan Rodgers. This once again will give him sleepless nights. Liverpool performed so well at Arsenal, and then this today. Danny Ings. There's Klein. Milner. A day to forget for everyone at Anfield, apart from a small corner of East London.
Well, the worst thing, Gary, is that the players go away in international duty now. So Brendan Rodgers won't see his players for the next 10 days. Likewise with Slaven Bilic. But with these West Ham fans who are still singing to our left at the moment, well, let me tell you, that journey down the M6, M1 won't be so bad, because they'll be overjoyed and talking about the day that they were at Anfield when their team finally won after 50-odd years of pain.
And they welcome on for his Premier League debut, 19-year-old Josh Cullen, born in Southend. Pretty much West Ham country. He is on to replace Diafra Sakho. Reece Oxford was about to put the press on there, and Slaven Bilic roared, "Get back." Well, Bonner's been excellent for West Ham, and how often do you see it when a team has a bit of a nightmare conceding a few goals? The following week, they keep a clean sheet. Skirtle. Moreno. There's Kouyaté. Protecting the ball really well again. Now Jarvis.
Still full of running, isn't he, Kouyaté? He's as quick and as fit at the end of the game as he was at the start. Well, Arsene Wenger and his Arsenal side took a lot of critique after their defeat to West Ham and about their credentials for finishing the top four and, more importantly, trying to win the league. I wonder what's going to be written about Liverpool after this.
West Ham United don't care about big names, they don't care about big reputations. They took down Arsenal, and now they leave their calling card at Anfield. Slaven Bilic adding to his legend. Home is no longer where the heart is in the Barclays Premier League. Power bases are crumbling up and down this land. And West Ham United have come to Anfield and will leave with the points for the first time since the 1960s. Goals from Lanzini, Noble and Sakho. Liverpool, the architects of their own downfall at times with their mistakes. They also saw Coutinho sent off. Martin Noble also saw red for West Ham. Plenty happening at Anfield today. It's those West Ham United fans who leave with the smiles on their faces. They'll be rubbing their eyes. Yes, they have finally won at Anfield. Final score, Liverpool 0, West Ham United 3.